In the back-hard process for manufacturing malleable iron, what is the cooling rate after heating at 900 degrees Celsius? Option D, 3 degree Celsius per hour. What is the typical range for carbon content in malleable cast iron? Option B, 2 to 3%. Which type of cast iron is produced by quick cooling of white cast iron by using a chill? Option A, chilled cast iron. Which alloy cast iron is specifically mentioned as being used for acid resistance part? Option B, how does sulfur affect the structure of cast iron? Option D is stabilize seminites and harden the iron. What benefits does phosphorus provides to cast iron in concentration up to 1 degree Celsius, 1%? Option C, great fluidity for thin section casting. According to the notes, what type of cast iron is produced when 1.5% silicon is added to Ci containing 3.0% carbon? Option A, paralytic Ci. Manganese aid added to cast iron primarily to combine with which element to reduce embrittlement? Option D, sulfur. Which alloying element is used in heat-resisting casting because it stabilizes carbides and prevent their decomposition at high temperature? Option D, vanadium. What substance is inoculated immediately prior to casting to make graphite solidify as spherical nodules instead of flakes? Option C, magnesium or selenium. In the transverse test for a round bar, the modulus of section Z is calculated using which formula? Option B. At the Brenner hardness level, does the ball tend to distort appreciably, making the weaker test more suitable? Option A. Carbon steel is basically an alloy of iron and carbon containing a maximum of how much? Manganese. Option C. Which residual element in carbon steel can make it susceptible to temper embrittlement and hot shortness? Option A, tin. What is the carbon percentage range for medium carbon steel? Option C, carbon steel with 1.2 to 1.5% carbon is typically used for which application? Option A, fiber and razor. Stainless steel are low carbon steels containing at least what percentage of chromium? Option A, 13%. Which type of stainless steel is non-magnetite is a fully annulled condition? Option B. What addition are used in austenite steel to prevent intercrystalline corrosion, also known as weld decay? Option C, titanium and niobium. Head-filled manganese steel containing 12 to 14% manganese is known for being option A, high non-magnetic and abrasion resistance. Inconel, a heat-resisting alloy containing what percentage of nickel? Option C, 77. For good compatibility, a bearing material modulus of elasticity should ideally be as low as possible. Which bearing alloy is extensively used in connecting rod bearing for IC engines due to high fatigue failure? Strength. Option D, copper lead alloy. Graphite bearing are used in dry operation at temperatures up to option C, 400 degrees Celsius. What is the primary disadvantage of chromium as an alloying element in steel? Option B. It promotes grain growth. In the composite material, the base material surrounding the other material is called the option A matrix. What does the abbreviation GRP stand for in the context of composites? Option C. General reinforced polymer. Which grade of glass fiber is known for its electrical insulating property and used in circuit breaker? Option B. E-glasses. Cerminates are particularly reinforced composites containing consisting of option A metals and ceramics. What is the typical tensile strength of whisker compared to carbon fiber? Option A. Whiskers are more stronger. Carbon fiber are produced by the decomposition of polyacrylonitrile filaments at high temperature, a process called option C pyrolysis, which property allows a metal to deform without fracture during the application of force that exceed their yield value. Option B plasticity. According to Semild law, the stress required to initiate sleep in a crystalline is calculated as option D. In the comparison between sleep and twinning, which of the following is true for twinning? Option B. The twinning person is a mirror image of original lattice. Energy required for the dislocation line is proportional to the square of which parameter? Option B. Berger factor. Thank you.